three. Let's go. So, good evening, everybody. Good evening. And my name is Enos Salema. Just in case you don't know me, those are my names. And if you know me, of course, those are still my names. And I'm happy and excited to share this 1 hour, maybe 45 minutes with you to talk about something that I am personally extremely excited about. And if I'm to be 100% honest, I'm also a little bit nervous about it. You know what happens when you're doing something for the very first time? You're excited about it. You're looking forward for the big expect. You have those big expectations. You truly have no idea, how everything is going to turn out. But you choose to say, you know what, I better do it and see what's going to happen rather than not doing it. So why am I so excited? It's because what I'm going to talk about tonight, it's something that I have never done before. 19 years in the business, yes, glory to God, we have achieved massive success. And yet there are still things that I've never done before. And that just makes me so excited. I wish you could feel my energy like in my stomach. The way I'm looking forward to, let me say, the aftermath of this amazing challenge that we are going to talk about tonight. Now, this challenge that we are going to talk about tonight is something brand new to me, as I've said, and I'll continue to remind you that is something new to me. One reason is so that if you don't, if you if you feel like why is Enos talking like he has no experience about this? Yes, I have zero experience about it, and it's something brand new to me, but it's something that I've learned from the gurus of our industry, and the way they talked about it, it just it got to me. It got to me, and I said, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We are going to challenge ourselves to get into this. You want to know what that is? Is none other than a 90 days run. A 90 days run. Now, some of you have ideas here and there. You know what a 90 days run. Some of you maybe have done a 90 days run, maybe. I don't know. Once I tell you what really is a 90 days run, then you can know if you've ever done it before or not. And those ideas that you have, if they're accurate or not, you will know in a bit. But all in all, 90 days run, if I am to just give a very, very simple one sentence description of what a 90 days run, this is nothing else than a 90 days focus on income producing activities. 90 days focus on income producing activities. That's it. That's a 90 days run. Yep, pretty simple, right? Well, it's not as simple as it looks, because the way you're supposed to do these activities and the extent you're supposed to do the activities is what will make this to be a challenge. Now, I want to share a concept that we learned when we were at the Level Up in Dominican Republic, a concept that was trained to us by our amazing, great president, Mr. Aidan. And he shared something really profound. And it is something that every leader, needs to remind themselves about it. And he shared this concept that when we are out there, trying to inspire people, trying to get people, trying to help people to get better business-wise or in anything, there are 3 steps that we need to take. And the first thing is, as a leader, you need to first see it. You need to see it. You need to have the vision of where am I going? You need to have the vision of what is it that I want to create. You need to have a vision of the benefits of whatever that you're going to do or what you want to create. And I'll give an example. You'll get it very nicely. So the first step is to actually see it. And if I think about the 90 days plan, after I heard about it, I learned about it, wow, I definitely saw what the 90 days plan can do. Now, seeing it is not enough. We need to move to the second step, which I can tell you, that's a more challenging one, and that is own it. What does own it mean? Own it means take responsibility, take action towards that which you have seen. Do it first. Be the one to do it. be the one to show it. Be the one to actually be the guinea pig, let me say. Do it. Don't just see it and then try to excite other people to do it. No, no, no. You need to own it. You need to be the one, you need to get your hands dirty. You need to do it. And then after you've owned it, then build it. Build it means now you can share that with other people. Now you can have other people also joining you on that mission, on that campaign. And when I heard about the 90 days plan, and then I came to hear about this concept of see it, own it, build it. And I can tell you, you'll see me with t-shirts now written, see it, own it, build it. Then it got to me like, okay, Enos, should you announce the 90 days plan or should you do it first? And then after you have done it, then start to talk about it, then get other people to do it. That was my first thinking, like, okay, Enos, you gotta go do it. You gotta go try it out. And then right away, something popped in my mind like, no, Enos, you can't keep people waiting for you to do it. You can't keep people waiting for 90 days. You have a team. You have got people that are looking for results. You've got people that are hungry for success. You've got people that want growth. You've got people that are looking for crazy results this year. You've got people that want to see 2026 becoming a year of overflow, becoming a year that they'll always be pointing at, like, that is the year that changed everything. And you don't want to keep people waiting until you have done it. Why don't you do it with them? And that's then came the idea of saying, you know what? I'm not just going to do the 90 days plan alone. I'm going to invite people to join me on this challenge of doing the 90 days plan. So let me tell you something. Somebody's always asking me, how do I get the t-shirt? You are fast. I love that. After you are done with the 90 days challenge. So I want to invite you to join me on this journey that I am also taking it for the very first time. I am not an expert at this. I have zero experience about it. Yes, I have trainings. I've been trained about it. I have knowledge about it. And luckily, I am part of the mentorship program by Eric Worre. So I am getting some very powerful trainings and coachings that equip me. And at the same time, I know, knowledge and experience are sometimes a little bit different. So I am equally excited and a little bit nervous about this, but I can tell you I'm much more excited, especially when I see what the 90 days run has done for other people. It's just crazily amazing. And I will share with you some of the people that have gotten massive results from the 90-day run. Let me tell you about this guy who is one of the top earners now in network marketing. You see, this is taking me way back to 2007. 2007, when I joined Forever, the only testimonies we were sharing, like big ones, they were all from Europe and UK, none from Tanzania. And guess what? Things have turned around. Now, on my business presentation, you'll not see a single person from UK. It will be us there. So the testimony that I'm sharing here, and you got to say amen to yourself that this is going to be you. So let me tell you about this big leader in our industry called Sandro. He did a 90-day plan, 90-day run after he learned about it from Eric Worre. He's also one of the people being mentored by Eric Worre. And when he started the 90-day run, he had a team of about 250 people. That was the size of his team. And then he went on a 90-day run. Guess what happened? In 90 days, the team grew from 250 to 4,200. Now that is massive. That is crazy. That is just unbelievable. Now, can you imagine? Maybe you don't have 250 people. Maybe you have 25 people. Can you imagine if your team grows from 25 people divided by 10 to 400 people in 90 days? Can you imagine if your team grows from 10 people to 100 people in 90 days? Just multiplying it by 10, because this is like 16 times growth. Just multiply it by 10. And Sandro didn't stop there. He kept on doing this 90-day run. Every year he did it. And his team kept growing, and now he's earning crazy money, over 800,000 US dollars on monthly basis. Super, super successful. And it all started from the training that he watched. And I'm happy because I watched the training, and I also watched Sandro. He was also among the people on the panel. And one thing that I know for sure is, out of the 250 people that he invited to be part of the 90-day run, 60 of them showed up. 250, 60 showed up. These are already members. 250 minus 60, that means 190 did not show up, but he still did it anyways. So we are inviting you to join us on this journey. Inviting you to be part of this journey. Yeah, thank you so much. Somebody says, my team will go from 3 people to 30 people. Amen to that. And it will actually grow bigger than that. I assure you of that. It will grow bigger than that. So Sandro did the 90-day run, and he was focused on the activities, and we'll talk more about what are those activities that we'll be focusing on when we are actually doing the 90-day run. And the results, totally amazing. And he kept on doing that. Now, for 5 years, he has been doing that every year. I mean, for 8 years, he has done already now 8 90-day runs. And you know why I'm excited? Because I'm about to do my first one. And you know why you should be excited? You're about to do your first one as well. You're about to do something that probably you've never done before. You're about to experience something you've never experienced before. Growth that you've never experienced before. You're about also to be challenged in a way you've never been challenged before. Let me tell you, you will be challenged. You will experience pain. Let me not say you, let me say we. We will be challenged. We will experience pain. We will suffer these 90 days. And at the end of these 90 days, we will look back and realize that joining the 90 days run was definitely the best decision we ever made in our forever experience. And the results that we are going to get out of this, people will come running to us wanting to be part of the next 90-day run. And I have no idea when we're going to do the next one. So I want to invite you to be part of the 90-day run. I want to invite you not because you've got it all figured out. I haven't got it all figured out. I'm learning as I'm doing it. I'm learning and I'm doing it at the same time. Because you know what? You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to have it all figured out. All you need to say is I'm in. And what you have right now, I love this. What do you have right now? Whatever you have right now is enough. So the knowledge that I have now about the 90-day run is enough. The desire that I have now about the 90-day run is enough. This deep push from within that I want to experience something gigantic. I want to experience something extraordinary. We hear of people in our industry, in our business that have gotten some massive results, and we say, you know what? I want to be part of that. I want one day to look back and say, you know what? It took those 90 days to completely transform my business. So, my dear brothers and sisters in the house, thank you. Thank you for already saying it. You are in. Let me tell you, I'm in this with you. I'm in this with you. And you might be unsure whether this will work for you or not. Worry not. We'll make it possible for each and every one of you. Maybe some of you are listening to me right now and you're doing forever part-time and you're wondering, Enos, will I be able really to go through the 90 days run? I'm part-time, Enos. Some of you are single parents. You got a lot on your plate. You need to take care of your kids. You need to drop them to school. Maybe you're employed and you're still building your business part-time and you're wondering, will I be able to do the 90-day run? And I want to encourage you and tell you, yes, you can do it. And we'll share with you plans that are scalable, plans that are possible for each and every one of you, so that everybody that wants to do the 90-day plan actually 90-day run actually does it, and no one should fail because maybe they felt they did not have the capacity. So I want to invite you to be part of the history that we are making. You are among the pioneers. You are among the pioneers. I'm thinking 5 years down the line, people will be talking about the crazy people who did the 90-day run for the first time in 2026. You're gonna be one of them. And you'll be smiling because it's through the 90-day run, you will actually achieve massive, massive results. So what is a 90 days run? What is this thing? Let's get deeper. A 90 days run is 90 days of income producing activities, not 90 days of a lot of reading, not 90 days of a lot of attending trainings, not 90 days of getting ready. No. It's 90 days of income producing activities. And we'll talk about those income producing activities so that you can have a clear focus of what needs to be your focus on those 90 days. So it's 90 days of making sure that each and every day you are engaged in your income producing activities. Let me tell you something about us as FBOs. We are so good to talk about how amazing this business is to our fellow FBOs. We are so good to talk about, wow, people are doing amazing to our fellow FBOs. We are so good to talk about how excited we are to our fellow FBOs. We are so good to talk about, oh, this year, I'm going to push this to our fellow FBOs. And now, during the 90 days run, we want to diverge that energy from our fellow FBOs to brand new people, to prospects, 90 days. And let me tell you, talking to prospects is much tougher than talking to your fellow FBO. Talking to your fellow FBO is easy. You say CCs, they understand. You're speaking the same language. You're sharing the same energy. The conversations are easy. Talking to prospects is harder. And that's where the success is. Now, there's this story that I hope we all know about it. There was a race between a turtle. I hope I'm saying that correct. A turtle and a rabbit. A turtle and a rabbit. They were racing. And the race kicked off. And the turtle is slow, moving slowly but steadily. The rabbit, the race started, the rabbit ran fast. The turtle is way at the back. The rabbit is ahead. And then the rabbit starts looking at people, cheering it, or him or her, conversating with people, distracted, losing focus, not continuing with the race. And then the turtle is coming in, slowly but steady. The turtle passes the rabbit. The rabbit is still all over. And then the rabbit realizes, whoa, the turtle passed me. The rabbit gets a wake-up call, runs super fast, passes the turtle again. And then the same thing repeats. The rabbit starts now talking to people, not focused anymore. And then the turtle passes the rabbit slowly and steadily. The turtle gets to the finish line. The rabbit is far, looking like, oh, the turtle is about to cross the finish line. The rabbit came fast, but it was too late. The turtle won the race. The turtle won the race. Slow and steady won the race. Now, let me tell you something amazing, people. Slow and steady will only win the race on that story, not in forever, not in network marketing. In our business, slow and steady means no momentum. Slow and steady means boring. Slow and steady means no energy. Almost everyone, show me one person that you can think of that has achieved massive success by just doing slow and steady. Not a single person that I know. Everybody in forever that has achieved massive success, they will tell you, there was a time where I had to go all out. Anybody who achieved manager, think about you when you are pushing for manager. Were you doing slow and steady, or you actually stepped on it and went extra? You pushed extra hard. You went out of your comfort zone. You did things maybe you could not even keep up with them for a long time. And that is the essence of the 90 days run, to give you 90 days of massive focus, 90 days of really stepping on it. And then at the end of those 90 days, you're going to slow down at the end of those 90 days. But this momentum, this energy that you've put in for those 90 days, even as you're slowing down on the income producing activities, this energy is still going to keep the rocket to take off. It's still going to be enough for the rocket to take off. Everybody that has achieved massive success, they had to push for some time. Even C9, guys, C9 is 2 days of massive pain for me, who loves eating. 2 days of, being very pushed. And then you've got 7 days where things are a little bit easy. Everything major requires you to focus for a short period of time, and then you can cruise, and then you can focus again. And the 90 days run aims at giving you that extra push. So slow and steady does not win the race in our business. Now, when are we starting the 90-day run? The 90-day run is going to start 19th of April. Some of you are wondering why 19th of April? Isn't that a bit of a weird date, whatever? Why not Monday? Because some of you want success right now. Why not Monday? I'll tell you why we cannot start on Monday, why we need time, why we need to prepare. And if I'm to be super honest with you, we probably should have started the 90-day run maybe 24th. We could have given ourselves at least a month, but I said, you know what? Let us start 19th of April. That's like the earliest we can start. Now, I will tell you what we are going to do from now until the 90th of April. And I will give you a very good idea of why we have to wait before we can start. Because if you start the 90 days run in a wrong way, if you just wake up tomorrow and say, hey, I've started a 90 days run, you're going to fail. That's not going to be a 90 days run. It's just going to be a decision to be focused, but not a 90 days run. The actual 90 days run, there's a structure to it. And I'm going to introduce you to the structure of the 90 days run. But our kickoff date, the actual 90-day run, is going to start on the 19th of April. Now, before I continue, I want to ask everybody again, are you in? Are you going to be part of the 90 days run? Are you going to make sure that you are not left behind? Because boy, I'm telling you, people are going to experience crazy growth after the 90 days run. Now, why wait until the 19th of April? There are actually 5 stages of a 90 days run. Before we get to the launch, before we actually start the 90 days run, we have to pass through stages that are very, very important. And I will go through the stages so that you understand the level of preparation that you need before you actually get before the 19th of April. So the first one is simple but vital, the decision. You need to make the decision that, Enos, I'm going to be in. And we'll talk more about that. After you've made the decision, there's preparation. You're not going to start right away. There's pre-launch. And then we launch the 90 days run. So there are actually 3 stages before the actual launch. And all these 3 stages, they will need your time. They will need your focus so that when we launch the 90 days run, you are ready for it. And don't worry, we will be helping you to be focused. For the next days until the launch, we'll be sharing with you content, reminders that are around your decision, maybe helping you to solidify your decision, things that are going to help you prepare. And when it's time for the pre-launch, I'll talk about when we are going to pre-launch. We'll also remind you, and we will pre-launch together. And this being the first time we're doing, honestly, I'm telling you, we haven't gotten everything figured out on this 90 days run. Maybe we're going to have a group, a WhatsApp group dedicated to only the people that are going for the 90 days run. And sometimes the challenge with that, if you say there's a group, everybody wants to be in the group, even if they're not on the 90 days run. So I'll definitely discuss with other leaders and see what would be the best way to make sure we know the people that are going for the 90 days run, and we create this community where we energize each other, we are accountable to each other, we give each other energy so that we make sure nobody loses focus, especially when we launch. Before the launch, everybody will benefit from the content and the knowledge, but once we launch, maybe we'll do a group. And then finally, stage number 5, post-launch. After you are done with the 90 days run, we'll suggest what you should do. So that we make sure that the energy that you've put in, the effort, doesn't go in vain. So let's talk about the first stage, which is the decision. And I would say, you don't want to go to the 90-day run. You don't want to start it and end on day 7 or day 20. You want to go the whole way. And that can only happen if you have truly asked yourself the all-important question, why? Why? And I want to invite you can go to the chat and share. Why do you want to be part of the 90 days run? I know now you already have an idea. Why do you want to be part of it? What is exciting you to say, you know what? I don't want to miss out. I want to be on it. Why? Why do you want to be on the 90 days run? What is that, core reason that's driving you from within and saying, I want to make sure I'm part of the I'm going to do the 90 days run. I'm not going to wait for people to tell me about it. I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to be among the pioneers. Why? Can you tell me why? On the group there, on the chat. Why? I'll start myself. I have goals this year that are just crazy. I have goals this year that are far beyond what I've ever done in my 19 years in Forever. So what I'm going for this year is something I've never achieved before. And we all know it's insane to do the same thing in the same way and expect different results. So I need something different. And the 90 days run is just one of them. But I'm also doing the 90-day run as part of my leadership. I know what it will do to my leadership. We lead by example, people. We don't just inspire people and tell them go do something. We lead by example. So by me participating on the 90-day run and getting fired up and getting hammered and all that pain through that process is showing me exactly what it takes. Then I'll be able to lead better next time we do the 90-day run. Can you imagine when we get to the third 90-day run, how much experience we are going to have? Amazing. So I've got, more than one reason, a ton of reason as to why I want to do the 90-day run. I've got a ton of reason. I see fantastic reason. Somebody said here, I want to experience the power forever. You will experience it. I want to be manager. I want to see the growth that will come with it. I want to challenge myself. Fantastic. To achieve my dreams, to gain more than 1 million by month. Fantastic. Taking my business to the next level. I want to change. I want to be involved in this challenge, to be intentional about my business, my goals as well. Fantastic. I want to grow my business this year. I love the reasons that you're putting in, amazing people. And those reasons, Nkobile, our top in Africa, she said, we need a bag of whys. Let me tell you something. The 90-day run is going to give you a boost in the business, not a slow movement. No, a boost in your business, because it's going to be 90 days of massive activities that are focused on helping you to achieve growth in your business. It's going to give you a boost. The 90-day run will give you the authority, not just to your team, even to your prospects. I posted today that, I posted the 90-day run poster on my WhatsApp chat, and I said, I'm excited. I'm about to do something for the first time. 19 years in the business, but I'm about to do something for the first time. One of my prospects responded, tell me about it. It's going to give you authority. It's going to give you the authority when you start to talk about the decision that you've made about leveling up your business. The people around you, they're going to see that this is the new so and so. It's going to give you the authority to your team. It will definitely help you to smash your goals. That goes without saying. So when you are joining the 90-day run, be assured it's going to be worth it. And that's why we're inviting you to join us as we are about to get into the 90 days run. It's going to kickstart your momentum. The momentum that could have kicked in for your business, let's say in September. Now you're going to get it earlier. So it means the second half of your 2026, the second half of your 2026. How many of you here, be honest, how many of you here, you're not very happy with this first quarter of 2026? You're not very happy. You feel like, I could have done better. And now next week, we are done with the first quarter. And maybe you're looking and you're like, I'm not satisfied. Now, can you imagine what will happen when you start the second quarter with the 90-day run? Can you imagine how your second quarter now is going to be? April, May, June. By the time you're done with that second quarter, for me, just thinking about it, I'm getting like goosebumps all over my body. I feel like electricity all over my body. After every 3 months, Rolf Kip, after every 3 months, he said, we need to rebuild our business. What a perfect time for us to get onto the 90-day run. And I see all those that are unhappy. I see you and I understand. And let me tell you, the only way to turn it around is to get into massive activities. That's the only way to turn it around. And we're going to do it. So make the decision. Make the decision. Start with the decision. After the decision, then we can go to the next step, preparation. This is important. Without doing this properly, you are doomed. The first thing on your preparation is your skills. Let me tell you, when you are getting on a 90-day run, you need to be independent. You don't need your sponsor. You won't need you. Okay, let me not say you don't need. You should not need your sponsor. You should not need your upline to make calls for you, to make follow-up calls for you, to help you close. No, because you know what? Your sponsor is also doing 90-day run and they will not have time for you. So if you want to do the 90-day run and you don't have the skills, you will be stuck. You'll have the decision, but then you won't have the capacity. And that's why we've got 3 weeks to prepare to sharpen our skills. You don't need to be an expert in these things, but I mean, you just need to be, skilled enough for you to be able to start. Your presentation skills, you need them because you'll be doing a lot of presentations. And when I say presentation, it doesn't always mean with a laptop and a projector like a massive business presentation. A presentation could be a call. A presentation could be a one-on-one. Maybe you don't have a laptop. Well, can I advise you? Have your slides on your phone. The same way you have your picture, you can take a business presentation, save it as photos on your phone. I did that before I had my laptop. I did that. You will need the presentation skills. You need the selling skills, recruiting skills. And I mean, when you talk about the presentation skills, your story, you need to know how to share your story. You need to have stories of other people so that if someone asks you, or someone gives you an objection, like, okay, I want to join Forever, but I don't think I can get customers. If I look at people around me, they are not able to be my customers. You need to have a story to say, hey, let me tell you about this young guy called so-and-so. He joined the business and he went on to find brand new customers online. You need to have your story ready and you need to have stories of other people. All that is part of your presentation. When you talk about recruiting and selling, these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skills are crucial. Prospecting prospecting, making sure that you don't run out of people to talk to. Do you have your prospecting skills in check? You've got 3 weeks, not to be an expert, not to be a world class, no, just enough for you to get the results. Contacting, do you know how to invite someone to take a look at the opportunity? Do you know how to ask someone if they would love to learn more? That's all you need. Presenting, do you know how to present the opportunity? Do you know how to use third-party tools, videos to speak on your behalf, to present on your behalf? Let me tell you, I'm an excellent presenter, not bragging, but I use tools a lot. I use tools a lot. I have very minimal time to invest in building my personal business. So do you probably. So I use tools. I send videos like crazy. I rarely meet someone nowadays one-on-one and do a presentation. And I'm not discouraging you to do that, but I'm challenging you to say, you know what? Look at your reality and ask yourself, how will I be presenting this opportunity to people? Will I be doing groups on Zoom? Will I be sending videos? And we'll be talking about these skills. One of the things we're going to do a lot is to train each other on these skills. So be prepared to see a lot of random, ad hoc, special trainings. And if you can't attend them, worry not. They will always be recorded. You can watch them on Zoom. Not a big deal. I mean, on YouTube. Follow-up skills, closing skills. These are key skills you need. So before the 19th of April, please, if you are getting on to the 90-day run, get yourself, sharpen your skills. Number 2, look at your environment. Look at your environment. What is taking your time now? You know, one thing that I'm going to do on the 90 days run, I will hire a driver. I won't be driving. I'll hire a driver, because one thing that takes my time also is driving. And I better use that time to do other stuff. And then when I sit down, I'm on to my 90-day run activities. I'll hire a driver so that I can have more time to do my business. Maybe you need to hire someone to wash your clothes. Maybe you need to hire someone to cook for you. Maybe you need to hire someone to do, I don't know, whatever. But look at your environment. What is taking your time? Put it aside so that you're ready to focus for 90 days. Just 90 days. You'll probably do another 90-day run in 2027. It's worth the sacrifice. You got to tell your family, your friends that, hey, I'm going to be different these 90 days. If every Friday you normally hang out with them, maybe this time around, you won't be available for the next 90 days. Your team. Now, that's where it gets tough. Your team. You need to prioritize you and not your team. You need to prioritize you and not your team. And if you're going to do the 90 days run, I would tell you, start telling your team now, like, hey, on the 19th of April, I'm going to be part of the 90 days run. If you want to know more about it and you want to be part of it, watch this link. Watch this video. But just to let you know, from the 19th of April, I might not be as available to you as I've always been, because I'm going to go fully focus on getting new people into the business. And you can join into this 90-day run and we do it together. You can get other people to join you. Not everyone will, because on those 90 days, you won't be spending much time with them. Now, let me help you now, because I know some of you are right now getting excited, but also saying, whoa, Enos, I cannot do this because I don't have the time. Now, I wanted to give you very good options. And honestly, when Eric Worre was talking about the 90-day run, I was feeling like, maybe not now. I mean, I'm a country sales manager, husband, father, building the business. Can I really do a 90 days run? I was like, oof. And Eric Worre, when he was doing his 90 days run, he did it 16 hours a day, like 16 hours of only calling, presenting, following up on prospects. Now, that was crazy. And the more he was saying that, the more I was like, oh, this is not for me. I cannot do it. So I know I know we've got parents here. I know we've got people that are part-time in the business. I have good news for you. The 90-day run that we're going to do is possible for each and every one of you. And you need to pick where you want to start. Where, not where you want to start. Not where you want to start. You need to pick your time commitment. It can either not below 2. It can either be 2 hours a day, 4 hours a day, or 8 hours a day. Pick your hours. How many hours a day are you going to be locked in on your 90-day run? 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours? And can I see on the chat, which hours are you picking there? 2, 4, or 8? Be as honest as possible, because the hours you're picking, those hours you need to lock in. You're not going to be picking calls of your downlines. You're not going to respond to anything else apart from your income producing activities to help you finish up your 90-day run. So in those 4 hours, and I see a lot of you have picked 4, some of you 6, fantastic, some of you 2. Do you know that on average, most FBOs, if we put it on daily basis, on average, we spend about 15, 20 minutes a day calling new prospects, 15 to 20 minutes a day. So taking it to 2 hours, that's already a plus. Taking it to 4 hours, absolutely amazing. Those of you going for 6 or 8 hours, kudos to you. I've picked 4, and I'm this guy who likes to share my goals with people. They help with my accountability. If I don't tell you that I've picked 4, I might be fooling myself in my mind and saying, maybe I will do 2. No, I've picked 4. Now, the second step you need to do with your time commitment is for you to make a decision. Where are you going to get those 4 hours? Is it going to be 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.? Is it going to be 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening? Whatever it is, find what works best for you. Maybe after you drop off your kids at 8:30 a.m., you'll be seated down and you say, you know what? 8:30 up to 12:30, I'm doing my 90 days run. And then 12:30, I'll go pick my kids, take them, have fun with them, do whatever, and continue with other stuff. But I've done my 4 hours of the 90-day run. In those 4 hours, you're not scrolling. You are not writing list of people you want to talk to tomorrow. No. You are only calling. Those 4 hours are spent calling and talking and talking. And we'll be sharing more tips on how to be more effective in those 4 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours so that you don't get burnt out, so that you can be able to sustain the process. So the decision is done. The preparation, crucial, vital, very important. And on the preparation, I'll tell you the skills part, very important. And the time commitment, very, very important. Now we go to the third part of, or the third stage, which is the pre-launch. What is the pre-launch? You are almost getting there. I know you're probably saying, Eros, when are we going to get to the actual thing? We're talking about the stages and we're not getting there. Now, when you're on the pre-launch, that's where it is so close to the launch. And that's where you want to start putting everything together. So all the tools that you're going to use for tracking, if you're going to have notebooks, if you're going to have Excels, whatever you prefer, you make sure they're ready during the pre-launch. And the pre-launch also is a very important time for you to warm up your prospects. What do I mean by that? Remember, 90 days run is 100% focused on you talking to prospects. Now, to make your job easier, by the time you are launching, by the time it's 19th April, you need to have warmed up a lot of people. What is warming them up? Catching up with them, saying hello, saying how are you? It's been long. Maybe you've got some people that you talked to in the past, you've forgotten about them. You've got a lot of brand new people on your list that you've never talked to. Now, on the pre-launch, you warm them up so that after 2 weeks, because the pre-launch, we're going to start pre-launch 2 weeks before. 2 weeks before, we will start pre-launch, and we'll be reminding everybody, hey, tomorrow pre-launch kicks in. So preparation, decision is today. Decision is today. Honestly, if you don't make a decision tonight, most likely you are done. Preparation begins tomorrow. You start to identify the skills. You start to, let people know what's going to be happening. Pre-launch 2 weeks before, we're going to kick it off. We'll share messages and ideas on how you can be able to start warming up your prospects. And then we go to the real thing, the actual 90 days run. I hope you're with me. And I hope by now you understand why it's 19th of April, not on Monday. You can't have the skills ready by Monday. We can warm up your people by Monday. You need time. We'll be sharing targets. Can you warm up 1,000 people in 2 weeks? That's 14 days, right? Let's take 1,000 divided by 14, just to give you an idea of how crazy numbers can be easier. That's about 70 people a day. Can you warm up 70 people a day? Definitely yes. Can you take your phone and send hello to 10 people? You can do that in 10 minutes. Can you do that again and again, 7 times a day? Yes, you can. So what are these income producing activities that we'll be focusing on during the 90 days run? Remember, the 90 days run focuses on helping you to build a team, focuses on helping you creating a team, not so much about sales. Yes, you will sell because you'll be talking to so many people, but the focus is on you recruiting. The focus is on you creating a team. So on these 90 days, the income producing activities, what do they include? Talking to prospects, calling prospects, inviting prospects. You'll see the word prospects a lot of time there, educating prospects. The information you're sending to your prospects so that they can get value to get them closer to making a decision. Answering their questions. If I'm on a 90-day run and I'm on my phone, answering questions to my prospect, I'm doing an income producing activity. I'm calling my prospects, listening to them, I'm doing an income producing activities. I'm helping my prospects to overcome their objections. I'm doing an income producing activity. Following up on your prospects, closing your prospect, launching your prospects. You will recruit during that time. And those people that you recruit, guess what? You launch them. You launch them. You start working with them. And then you start with helping them also get their downlines. You start helping them also building the team. So the activities during the 90 days run, and most of them, they will have prospects on it. Preparing a list is not an income producing activity. All the trainings you'll be attending, not an income producing activities. Is not on the way to, it's being present during the action. That's an income producing activity. So those hours that you've picked, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, this is what you'll be doing. And this is what's going to happen. If you don't have a big who do you know list, you won't be effective for 4 hours. You will not. You'll make calls for 20 minutes and you'll be done. There is nobody else to call. Guess what's going to happen? You'll need to start prospecting. You'll need to start going back to your phone and saying, you know what, let me scroll. Let me contact people. Let me rewrite my list. Now, when you start to write a list during your IPA time, income producing activity time, that's a mistake. The list needs to be written before. And that's why we start with all this warming up and everything, so that when you are locked into your 90-day run, there's only one major focus: talking to your prospects, sharing with your prospects, following up on your prospects, not talking to your supervisor. A coaching call with your upline, that should find another time, not the slot that you've selected for your 90 days run. And then finally, we've got post run. After the 90 days run is over, you are probably feeling exhausted. Probably you've done what you've never done before, but you're also super excited. The possibilities are just overwhelmingly nice. Now, you can do a lot of things, but I'll tell you what you should not do first. Please do not go on a vacation. Don't go vacation. Don't say, you know what? Finally, I'm done. Now I'm going to rest. No. That means you're only thinking about yourself. You're not thinking about all those people that you have recruited. Instead, keep showing up. Yes, you will not be locked in like the way you are locked in. Those of you that have picked 8 hours of income producing activities, you will not be on income producing activities for 8 hours again, but you will show up. How can you show up? How can you show up? Let me give you some tips. Take energy to your team. Excite them. Send them audios on that WhatsApp group of people that are on fire right now. Excite them. Tell them, hey, this is what we're going to be doing as a team. This week, we want to focus on 1, 2, 3, 4. Because when it talks about leadership in our business, it is leading by example, but also it is giving people challenges and giving people assignments. Those two things are critical for our leadership. And when I say challenges, it's like the 90-day run. The 90-day run is a challenge, right? And I'm giving you a challenge. I am actually exercising my leadership by guiding you, encouraging you, bringing you to be on the 90-day run. Because leadership in Forever has a lot to do with, listen to this, leadership in Forever has a lot to do with helping or making, whether it's pushing or whatever, somebody in your team to do more than what they could have done on their own. If you're helping your team to do more than what they could have done on their own, that's leadership. And some of the things that will make you achieve that: number one, giving challenges. Number two, giving assignments. So the 90-day run is over. You are not just folding your hands and relaxing. No. You are like every morning, you are sending an audio to your group like, hey, so today, amazing people, I would love for us to promote aloe vera gel. So get a bottle of aloe vera gel, take a photo of you with the bottle, add this caption, put it on your WhatsApp status, send it on your family group, send it all over. You're giving those assignments. You are not grinding as you are grinding, but you are also not completely relaxed. When you go through the 90-day run, amazing people, from the preparation, from the decision to the preparation, to the pre-launch, to the launch. The launch is the actual thing, and the post-launch, the post 90 days run. After that, you'll say being on the 90 days run definitely is one of the best things you have done for yourself in 2026. And I know we'll have a few hundred people, because I've done the similar meeting in Kiswahili for people who speak Swahili, and we had 200 plus people. So I can say this information as of now, it has been live shared to over 500 people. Over 500 people, and it's going to go on YouTube. Some of you are going to start sharing with your teams on YouTube, which is fantastic. 500 plus people have listened to this. Not everybody will join in, but I'm just trying to imagine if we get even 100 people. If Sandro moved from 60, only 60 said yes, to 4,200. If 100 people say yes, can you imagine what we are doing to our businesses? Can you imagine where we're taking Forever as a company? Crazily unimaginable. Think about that. Where do you want to go? How far do you want to go? And even more importantly, how fast do you want to go? And the 90 days run will give you that extra push to say, you know what, this is going to happen. Now, I'm going to be closing this very soon. And as I'm about to close, I want to take you back to the decision. I want to take you back to the moment when you are thinking about your business after you've done the 90 days run. Go take yourself back there. Really connect with that. Let me try to close my eyes so I can also connect with that moment. April, May, June. I've done the 90 days. I feel amazing about myself. I'm a winner. I am decisive. I've demonstrated to people that I'm a man of my words. I feel amazing about who I am as a leader. The end of those 90 days. I have spoken to more prospects than I have ever done since I joined Forever. I've recruited more people in a short time than I've ever done since I joined Forever. I've created a momentum that is going to make my second half of the year, to be 2-3 times more than what I've done in my first half of the year. I'm seeing myself there. And I want you to take yourself there. See yourself there. Some of you wrote your goals. Some of you, it's about to get to manager. Some of you want to see your business getting back on momentum. Maybe you've gone through a rough patch. You've gone through a part where your story, as we say, is silent. Nobody's mentioning your name. No more claps for you. The lights are all off. And this 90-day run, this is going to bring back the spotlight on you. That spotlight will make you pull other people, attract other people, and it's definitely going to take you to a whole new level. So my dear brothers and sisters, let me officially say, I invite you to join me to experience the 90 days run for the very first time. And I am more than excited and ready for it. And I can assure you one thing, we will not let you down. This year, as leaders, we have made a pledge. We will not let you down. You will see ideas and activities that you have never seen before, because we want to get to the levels that we have never been before. So my dear brothers and sisters, you're welcome to be part of the 90 days run. These days until the 19th of April are going to pass like this. So hold on to that decision. Hold on to that decision. Remind yourself of that decision. Put your expectations, put it on your dream board, and let's get on preparation. And then when it's time to pre-launch, we'll pre-launch together. We will launch it together. And it's going to be just amazing. And in everything that you do, do not forget to put God first. Do not pray about this. You know, spiritually, even right now, the devil is like super upset. Like, what? These people are about to grow. And they're even saying, put God first. So God will be glorified with their growth. I'm going to make sure they don't grow. I'm going to make sure when they wake up tomorrow, I'm going to instill fear and worry and doubt so that they forget about the 90-day run. No. Our good Lord is going to win. And your good Lord is going to win as well. So amazing people, let me officially welcome you to the 90-day run. And if you're watching this as a recording, well, it's not too late. You can join us. Thank you so much. See you at work. Thank you so much.